Okay, so here we go. This is a green worksheet you're going to get in a minute called Multiplying Binomials Review. It's all because there's a big test tomorrow. And there's two major topics. The first kind is what you did last night, where you had to like put the guys together that are of the same rank. Minus 2x to the third plus 7x plus 1. There. I'd like you, don't have to write this down, just combine the things that are alike. It's called combining like terms. And quick FYI, if you have cell phones out at this point, you could lose them. I would put them away now. Even if you're not using it right this second. Okay, so what are things that are alike here? These guys have the same rank, so they are like terms. So put them together, and then always when you're done, write it in order from the one that has the highest rank or the biggest degree to the lowest. I'll pause for a second. Let me try that. So these guys have got the same rank, as I've been saying before, the same degree. And so you can put them together. This makes negative 1x to the third. Next up, these guys go together, and that makes plus 9x. And then the 1 has nobody to go with, so you just put plus 1. And is that a mono, bi, or trinomial? Trinomial. And its lead coefficient, not 1, close, negative 1. And it's, what's that thing called? Yeah, it's a 3, but what's it called? It's the degree. That's the degree of this trinomial. So when I first started this unit, I know this wouldn't have made any sense to you, but that is a polynomial that has a degree of 3, a lead coefficient of negative 1, and it's technically not just a polynomial, it's a trinomial. Did that make sense to you? All right. So then, sometimes these happen because you multiplied two things together, like this. 2x plus 4, and then x minus 7. And I taught you that you did not have to use FOIL, that some teachers teach this as. You can just think of it as two multiplies. First, I would do that 4, and you multiply it all out. And then I would go back and do the 2x and multiply it all out. But 4 things have to happen, those 4 things. Go ahead, practice that, do that one right now, see what you think the answer is. I'll pause for a second. All right, so this one starts with either the 2x or the 4. What did you start with?
Started with 4.
All right, and with the 4, you put this and this together. What'd you get?
I got 4x.
And then you put that and that together. What'd you get?
28.
28. Negative 28 is even better. Awesome. And then what'd you do?
Then I went to the other side. 2x.
And what did those make?
And then I put on the left side.
Very nice.
Second.
Yes. And is that 4x positive or negative? It's positive. Good. And then there's only one more thing to do. That and that.
Negative 14.
Awesome. Now those guys are of the same rank, and so they should be joined together into one group. 2x squared. And then we have minus, what does this make now? Negative 10 x. And then finish it off. Nope, you don't say to the second. I'm glad we're talking about this, because this is adding and subtracting problem. They just stay the same. It's either there's however many x's there's left. You're not going to like change it to x squared or x to the thirds or anything. They're just getting added. That and that, and so it makes negative 10 just x. Then that last thing is negative 28, and there it is. That's what you should have had. Now it brings up a good point. Why don't we say x squared? Because we weren't multiplying them. We were multiplying them up here, but when you got it like this, now you're adding them. All right, I need to do one more like that because there's only one more kind of problem on here. You want to hit the bathroom? Go ahead. The one more kind of problem is where you have like this, and you say squared. But it's really the same kind of problem. You just multiply it by what? 2x minus 6. Go ahead and do that one. Let's see what you get. I'll pause while you give that a try. All right, here we go. This 2x is going to... This 2x and this 2x are going to go together, and they are going to make what? Yes, sir.
4
4x squared. And it's really easy to forget that squared thing because we are multiplying. When you're multiplying, it makes xx, which is x squared. Then I'm going to put this and this together, and that makes negative 12x. Then I'm going to do these with green. This and this go together, another negative 12x. And the last thing, I'll use red for this. That goes with that, and that makes 6 and 6 is multiplied. Positive 36 is correct because they were both negative, so it makes it positive. Then these go together. Final answer, 4x squared minus 24x plus 36. All right. So there is your typical problems that you have to be ready for test, which is tomorrow. And your homework for tonight is this green worksheet right here. I'm going to hand it out. I'll pause while we hand that out. All right, here we go. Number 1. It is as easy as it looks. You're just multiplying out these binomials. And when you're done, you'll have 4 things. This will have 2, and this will make 2. And let's see what you get. I'll pause for a second while you try number 1, and then I'll call on a random person and tell me what they think it is. All right, go ahead. Fire when ready. Okay, so you did the 3 and the x, so you got 3x. I like it. Keep going. And that makes, that is correct, sir. And then I'll use blue. Next one. And the x, and that makes? Excellent. You're doing well. Keep it up. That's right. That's right. Okay. So now let's put it all together. SF. Do you think that's right? First of all, you're looking at it kind of funny. Okay. Do you know which ones go together? You are correct. Give me a final answer then. What do you think it is? Wait a minute. 2x squared or x squared? X squared plus 8x plus 15 is correct. There we go. Now, let's go to one that's a little more tricky. Let's move on to, like, for instance, on the back side. Oh, wait, I should tell you which ones you're going to skip. You guys can cross off number 6 and number 9 and number 11. 6 and 9 and 11 are crossed off so far. And now number 13, that's unlucky. Not doing that one. And then number 16, the problem got all messed up there, so we're going to cross off number 16. You see what I mean? Because 16's the one underneath, right next to number 15. That number 16 there, cross that off. And the other 16, cross it off too, because there's 2 mutant 16s there. It's got all screwed up. I'll fix it later. Number 19, we can cancel too, I agree. And then last but not least, can you tell me which of the numbers at the end is prime, as in nothing goes into it? 23 is correct. Very good. Okay, how about this? Everybody else, you can skip number 23, but you should probably do number 23. And if you'd rather, you can skip number 24. How about that for you? All right, so let's go back to, I wanted to find a harder one that's actually nothing on the front side that's that hard, so let's go to the back side. Number 14. It's not super hard, but too easy? All right, let's go to 18.
No. Oh my goodness.
Okay, number 18. Number 18 is different than all the other ones, so let's look at that. Okay, number 18, and it says negative 4x squared in front. But wait a minute, there's only one thing in the front. Then don't overthink this. This doesn't need to have 2 things. It doesn't have to be a binomial times a binomial. Just take this one thing that's in front and multiply it by both of these. Negative 20x cubed, very good. And then the other one is negative 40x to the second. You're right. You guys are on a roll. All right, now let me ask you this question, though. Is that a monomial? Is that a monomial? It is a binomial. And what's its lead coefficient? Negative 20. And what's its degree? 3. All right, good. We've practiced that enough. I hope it's going to stick. And then tomorrow will go well for you. All right, this green worksheet, get her done, except for the ones I told you to skip, of course. And then that's your only homework for tonight.